So it's Tuesday, and it's the first day I'm going to be working out, pulling stuff out of this van. Now, I set up things in the back, hopefully to make it a little easier for me. Now, what happened is I started P90X, which I was really happy I started. And then my second week of P90X got completely thrown off by getting this van. Now, what I could do is pick up at week 2 and move forward from there. But I really want a clean 90-day P90X journey where I was pretty much doing what I was supposed to do. So in order to accomplish that, what I've decided is I'm going to start at day 1 again today. So, I just got finished with my Tuesday workout and I feel great. It felt so good to sort of be back in sort of routine mode, which might sound crazy to some people. I've had so many people who thought like the DVDs were this unpleasurable experience just because, they're difficult sometimes, or I don't always, get where I want to be at the end of the week, but really, like, they're sort of a staple of me feeling like I'm doing something for myself. And while I recognize that doing work on the van and lifting heavy things and walking around, like, all those things also count in the grand scheme of things, they honestly don't feel as good as hitting play. So it's nighttime, but I was trying to, like, knock out sort of my to-do list early. I'm still doing stuff for the van, getting the new van all fixed up, and this list, which fills up this whole paper, is still stuff I feel like I need to do before I get ready to leave. And I'm hoping, what's today? Today is Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday. I'm hoping to be ready to go by like Friday, Saturday at the latest, and I still have like a whole list of things to do. Now, mind you, most of these are minors, but the important thing is I never did get to my exercise today because I never got to circle back around to do it. And I was like, I'll take care of it before the sun goes down. I just want to knock out these projects while there's daylight, because I needed to put some important papers in the mail. I needed to mail some stuff to some people. Sorry, patrons, I'm still working on you. I just had a lot of little things to do that also depended on stores being open. I still have like returns in my front seat for stuff that didn't work. So there's a lot going on. But I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm going to get out there, even though the sun's gone down, and I'm going to knock out this video. And I'm about to go ahead and not wait till the middle of the night to knock out my exercise. But here's the thing. Obviously, it's nice and sunny and bright out here. And normally, I'm seeking shade because it's hard to see screens out under the bright sunlight, especially when you're standing a certain distance from them and at weird angles. And it's different when you're watching a movie because you can kind of adjust and tip it and make it work. But a lot of times, like, I'll find a beautiful spot that like has a nice piece of level ground where I can do my exercise, and I can't use it because I can't see the screen with the video playing, which is why I got this. What is this? I'll show you in a second. What's up, YouTube? So welcome to another week of me checking in about my fitness program. You know what these Mondays are about by now, unless you're new, because there's a lot of new people on this channel. So if you are new, hello. During the pandemic, I started a little bit of a fitness journey, a weight loss journey, whatever you want to call it. I'm more about the fitness than the weight loss part because I consider it kind of a thing that's going to happen together. And the fitness and the health and the like restoring myself part of it is sort of what the main thrust has been. And I feel very much, I've had a lot of stressful events, happen because life has its stresses. And sometimes when I record these Sunday for Monday videos, sometimes that comes out in the video. But honestly, overall, I've been happy with sort of how my body feels now as opposed to how it felt like a few months ago. And sometimes it can get frustrating because a lot of people have very kind suggestions that just won't work for me. They might be stuff I've tried in the past or things I know don't line up with who I am and who I will continue to be in the future. I'm not looking for, as I've said before, a quick fix. I can't even find words. A quick fix I know won't last. But, so, it is, it's finally Sunday. And usually what I do is, check in on Sundays. And so here we are. You've probably just finished watching me doing my Kempo X workout. I restarted P90X on Monday because it got messed up by me going to get the van. And I said, no, I want to do 90 days of P90X uninterrupted. And so I started with day 1 on Tuesday. And I did that on purpose so that Monday would be day 7 because day 7 is a rest day. And it allows me to use that day for anything else I catch up on that might have gotten interrupted by like everything else. So I'm using Monday as a catch-up day. So I've intentionally timed it that way so that I'm not missing a day of the program, and at the same time, having that space I need to sort of like breathe a little bit when you're doing an intense program. And P90X exercises are generally at least an hour. And so it takes about an hour of the day just to do them. That doesn't include finding space to do them. Park, a harbor, a shoreline, whatever, any public space, finding a public space to do the exercise. And on the days I use equipment, it includes dragging equipment out of the van, getting the equipment to that location, unpacking the equipment, doing the actual exercise, and then packing everything up and getting it back to the van, which can take its own amount of time. Luckily today, the only thing I needed to bring with me was my yoga mat and the DVD itself, which is in, not the DVD because I'm using the Beachbody On Demand digital program right now in my book bag. But as far as how it went, it felt great to feel back on track. Yes, other things I do qualify. Everything is activity. Like, that's all exercise is. It's activity. It's doing stuff. And exercise mostly is extra doing stuff for extra calorie burn, for muscle building, for whatever you want to do. Like, if you want to run a 10K, then you're going to be doing extra activities related to strengthening the muscles that are going to feed into your ability to do that 10K. For me, I just want to feel better. I want to feel like I can do more. I want to feel like I can lift more. I want to feel stronger. I want to feel healthier in general. So I'm looking for like an all-around healthier me that works for me. So, I know a lot of people have been unimpressed with my progress, as it were, because to them, they're like, okay, it's like 4 months later and you're still fat. Duh, I was over 300 pounds. Like, if you're looking for like that magical before and after picture, guess what they do for those pictures? They take a picture, they take absolutely no footage over the actual amount of time, and then they show you a picture that's months later, a year later, years later in some cases. So no, this isn't like a magical journey where you're going to flip one day and I'm going to look like, I don't know, Tyra Banks. I couldn't think of anybody else. I was like, think of a model. That's not going to happen where suddenly you're going to like look at a video from like 2 weeks ago and I went from like, I don't know, somebody large to like somebody who's a stick figure. I can't think of names right now. Like, that's not how this works when you're at the size that I was at. But like, I can feel the difference in my clothes. I don't know if people remember watching my old videos, but like a lot of the problem I was having with my t-shirt is that when I walked, they would kind of roll up, And I've gone from that to like all these room in my sleeves. The necks of my t-shirts are kind of sliding left and right. Like, my broad strap gets showed off more than it used to be, because instead of my sleeves like getting bunched up the way they used to be, there's like all this air in there now and I can like feel the difference. But in addition to that, I bought this with me just for this video because I was like, I'm going to record this before I like completely put everything back in the van. So this is my belt. I got this belt off of Amazon because I was having a really hard time finding a belt that fit in the store. The other day, I've mostly been wearing like sweatpants and stuff like that, so I can feel that they're a little baggier, but it's kind of hard because they have those elastic waists that contract, and so it's not really easy to like track if there's any difference when you're wearing pants like that, like yoga pants and sweatpants and stuff like that. Like, the waist has elastic, so as you get smaller, it kind of self-adjusts, so you don't have to do anything. Now, what happened, I don't remember when, I put on like one of my regular like pants, the kind that I usually wear a belt with. And they were a bit tight a while ago, probably before I went to Oregon. They were very, very tight. And so the last time I wore them, not only were they not tight, they were falling off. And so I got this belt a while ago, and the belt used to like barely fit on me. I was able to use it when I needed to, but it like, I was pretty close to, and I guess I don't have any proof of concept because I never took video back then, but I'm going to tip you guys down a little bit so you can see. It's hard to see because I'm wearing a black belt over a black shirt, but I have, and that's not even the limit of it, I have all this extra belt loop now, and that was not the case a few months ago. So this has definitely like changed a lot in the months that I have been exercising. So let's flip this up again so you can see my face and stop looking at my waist. So that's how it's been going. It's honestly going great, and I know like some people on YouTube feel like it's not going good enough. And they're going to tell me, well, Dawn, you would lose weight faster if you did XYZ LMNOP and HIJK LMNOPQ. And you know what? I'm losing weight at a rate that works for me. I'm doing stuff that I feel like I can keep up. And I'm finding systems that work for me and ways to adapt those systems as life shifts and changes. And I just feel like for me, that's the right way to do it. And it's going to take as long or as short of a time as it takes. It's like this YouTube channel. Like, it didn't take off right away. It was slow boils, a couple bursts here and there, and then more slow boils, and now it's the size that it is. And I feel like my weight loss journey is kind of the same way. Like, it's going to be what it's going to be as I experience it. I can't say words, man. Sucks. As I experience it, as I keep moving forward, as I keep trying to find the things that actually work for me, that are going to be long-term, that are going to be long-term commitments. I'm going to take it slow, do what I can do, accept my limitations, but keep trying to push past those limitations. Like, what I realize is, for some of the exercises I'm doing, 8 pounds is not enough dumbbell for me. So I really have to think about what I'm going to do about that, because honestly, like, also I live in a van, so I can't exactly get a full weight set, but at the same time, I don't want to keep limiting myself to weights that aren't enough of a stress for me doing weightlifting exercises anymore. And then there's some exercises where I'm barely able to use the 5. Like this exercise, oh man, it can kill me with just a 5-pound weight. But what do you call it? Curls, bicep curls. I can do a lot of weight in bicep curls, but this, I can still use really, really lightweight. So it's not like I need to buy a pair of like 20s and throw out my 5s. I'm not there yet, but I'm going to keep measuring, keep changing, keep doing this thing and just let it be what it is as it progresses. I'll see you guys with another check-in next week.
Driving downtown, going nice and slow, singing some songs that we don't know. But we're just singing. I turn around and say, how are you, babe? You look at me and say I'm okay. Now that I'm here with you. Now we're losing track of time, nothing good to do with you, with you.